I remember a time back when Phase 1 was around when everybody would look at those movies as mostly mundane. Iron Man 1 and the Avengers being the main ones that people loved and adored, but then the others being more seen as not too good. I don't know, man. Looking back at Thor 1 now, after seeing Thor Love and Thunder, not that bad of a movie, I gotta say. And it's not just by comparison, just in general, it's a pretty good movie. Maybe not, it's not the same caliber as some other movies in the MCU, like the Avengers, but Thor 1 is pretty solid, I would say. Like, it's pretty simple and solid. You got Asgard, you got this golden city, you got this green and blue with it. It looks like Lord of the Rings in space, practically, visually appealing to the eye. Simple designs there. And then you look at Omnipotent City in Thor Love and Thunder, and it's just this freaking eyesore. Everything's busy everywhere. There's all this color. It does not blend well. It's not easy on the eyes. I'll tell you that. And in Thor 1, it's like, dude, in general, phase one was very good for not having all their jokes completely undercut any of the dramatic scenes that they're trying to have with each other. I'm not talking about just a couple of scenes. The majority of scenes in Thor that are like that they're trying to take seriously do not have jokes in them. And if there are any types of jokes in them, they're very subtle and the other characters in the scene don't get too distracted by the jokes that are said. There's a great scene between Loki and Odin where Loki is like, what, father? Really? You tell, like, when he's confronting him as a frost giant and about how he's pretty much been lied to his whole life. He's like, what am I? Am I just like these other tools and relics that you've taken from battlefields to be used at your leisure or when you please? Like, what am I to you? I'm supposed to be your son. I was supposed to be a king at some point, and like knowing my history now, this is all fucked. He's angry at his dad, and and Odin's like going into the Odin sleep as he's talking to Loki. Usually he has time to prepare for it, but it's not. And Loki's standing over him, angry, as his dad is basically passed out on the stairs. And it's just a couple of moments, and he's just looking at him, and then he calls for the guards. Like, you could think, oh, he's going to try to kill him or something, but no, he still loves his dad, even though he's angry at him. He still loves his dad. He calls his guards to take him up there. It's a moment that really shows a lot about the character. And throughout the film, you get the sense that Loki is trying to do his own devious things, and he is okay with some Asgardian casualties, sure, but his end goal plan at the end of it was to show his dad that he can do something great, and he was going to take out the frost giants. He was going to take out their leader and take out a couple of their soldiers and stuff, and that alone was like, okay. I mean, we all thought that he was just going to simply betray everyone, and he was trying to have Thor killed. That's true, but he was also trying to do something that he saw as good into his father's eyes. And at the same time, you get Thor, who's getting a huge humbling because he starts out as a huge bloodthirsty asshole and gets his powers taken away, and he's got to learn some things on Earth and to learn how to be worthy of Thor again. He's got to learn how to actually rule and deal with people. And the comedy that happens with him in the film is again subtle or character driven. It's subtle stuff that's as simple as when he walks into a pet store because he's got to try to get to his hammer. He's like, I need a horse. I need a horse. And the dude's like, we only got birds, cats, dogs. Then give me one of those large enough to ride. And then he gets Jane that picks him up, and that is the end of the scene, end of the joke. You don't linger on it for too long, but it's funny on its own. It's just nice and simple and good. I really freaking miss that. I really miss that. When he's at the diner, everybody references this as like the old Marvel humor with Thor. It's like, he loved the drink and he smashes the glass on the ground. Another. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, what the hell are you doing that for? He's like, oh, it's just, I enjoyed it. I want another drink. And they're like, oh, don't do that again. I meant no offense. Sorry. Okay, no problem. As you wish. I'm going to do whatever I need. You express that's wrong. And it's just, there you go. There can be a funny joke there, but it's not just super in your face. They don't pound you to the freaking ground with the humor. And, everybody, of course, will reference the Odin banishing Thor scene as like, oh, just excellent. It's like the character reigning through that, the seriousness with the tone. And yeah, I miss that. Even Jane was not that bad of a character. I remember not liking her, but she's okay in Thor 1. Her friend, though, still quite annoying. Still quite annoying, but anyway, that's all I got to say about that right now. I've been rewatching. I've been trying to get the taste of Thor: Love and Thunder out of my freaking mouth because I really, really, really do not like it. Really don't like it. And man, just looking back at the glory days of the MCU when they had to take risks and back when they were trying, they had a lower budget and they're doing what they can. They weren't sure where they were going. They were taking all these risks though, and the characters freaking love it. Thor: The Dark World, you're next to check out. I want to see if you still hold up, buddy. I don't know if you do, but we'll see. See you next time.